everybody's out there in the feed, please be patient. This is going to take a little bit of time, all right? Nidhi, okay, so first off, if I can get the right window here, see, so I make sure I have the card in the frame. Okay, it's gonna take a little bit of help. Okay, it's gonna take a little monetary help. I don't know, perhaps maybe you're looking for a loan or something, or a gifting of some kind that will help you get through school in the first place. I say that because 5, 6, 7, 8, we of course have eight of Pentacles here. In this deck it's actually coins, but 8 of Pentacles is saying that yeah, you need a little financial backing there, I'd say, at least. Okay, it doesn't seem like it's very inexpensive. Okay, maybe a grant or something. Okay, so right now the energy is surrounding you. We have the Knight of Cups here. Okay, Knight is fire in the elemental ruling, which means action. It's what we do. And then Cups in the elemental ruling is water. It's our emotion. So it's I kind of get the feeling that you'd rather pursue something else, something that's a little more heart feeling. Okay, it's I think you'd rather explore something else. Okay, I cannot read my scribbles there, but I can sort of make out gossip there. So it's kind of like it's I think it's a people-pleasing move on your part right now. I know that's a weird twist to throw out there just all of a sudden, but we'll see where that goes. Okay, so how you're flowing with this, I would say for the time being, you're just being cooperative. Okay, you want to keep the peace in the family, you want to keep the love, you want to keep the harmony. Okay, you want to be in good guides with your parents, okay, and whomever else you're in a relationship with. But I mean, like I said, I kind of see a little people pleasing here. I think there's something else that you would much rather be doing. Okay, truthfully speaking. All right. So that's an interesting opening, to say the least. All right. So in the recent past, okay, we have the 9 of Wands, okay, and the card is reversed. I see that by the little number right there. Okay, my little scribble words here is defiant, delay. You've been kind of pressured into this, I really think. Okay, 9 is culmination. Okay, it's a gathering, it's a bringing together, it's a sum total of all things, your experiences. I usually say in that sense, and being reversed, it's kind of like it's been like pushing forward, and especially illuminated by the wands, which is the element fire, okay, which is action is what we do. So I think you've been kind of, you know, I won't say coerced, but again, it's something you're doing to keep the peace, but you've been kind of pushed into it a little bit, I would say. Okay, so that brings us to your question, which is the 6 of Pentacles. Okay, as your question, again, the card is reversed. All right, we started with, of course, the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, so here we have the 6 of Pentacles. 6 is about decision in numerology. It's we're giving a choice. Okay, and here again, Pentacles, really represents money aspects. It's the reality we create for ourselves, our home, career, that's sort of, subgenres in the sense. So it's really a decision about money factor. They're putting up the money, so you need to do what they request of you in this sense. Okay, so or I guess another choice that's being presented to you is do you want to pursue something else but at your dime? Okay, that's a good crossroads to be at. Okay, that really represents your question. It's that choice that you have before you. Do you want to go their way, or do you want to go your way? Either way, there's a financial factor involved with it. Okay, so influence. No, this is your goal. This would be your goal. Okay, the last question, the last position was your question, so this is your goal. Okay, I always get lost in the middle for some reason. So, but at any rate, here we have the Strength card, or you could call it the Justice card, as it is in some other decks. Okay, so Justice, in this case, Strength is 11 in numerology. So we want to break that down. 1 + 1 = 2, which is again that balance. So it's a struggle of balance. It's a struggle of trying to break out on your own and do what you want. Okay, this is the goal. It's weakness. It's loss of faith. Now that's kind of a weird aspect as a goal, but I mean I see you want to kind of break free from under their thumb. That's really what I see. You do want to step out on your own and discover your own way. Okay, that's the point I'm getting at. That's your goal. Okay, uncensored. Needless to say, there's always been that struggle between you and your family. Okay, the influence to that. Okay, definitely the influence. They control the money. I say that because of the King of Pentacles here. All right, the King, of course, is the element Earth, and Pentacles is the element Earth, and this is the third Pentacle card that you have within your reading. So let's add those 3 Pentacle cards together. 3 is expansion in numerology. Okay, so it's expanding the money situation. I think as an overall goal, but your everything else is pretty well balanced. A lot of fire actually in this reading. So as the King of Pentacles, he is the ruler, he's the one in control, so to speak. Okay, so that is the influence. Okay, maybe a daddy complex to some extent. I mean, it feels like a tumultuous relationship between you and your parents. Okay, or someone in that status. Okay, it might be a little mind-blowing here, but it's that's just the feeling I'm getting. I mean, it just kind of started off that way in that sense. It was always seems to be confrontation. Okay, so here we have the 5, 6, 7 of Swords reversed. Okay, it's a clash of ideas. This is your outside this is your attitude. This is your attitude. Okay, they just never see it your way. Okay, I had to get myself back in focus there. All right, so the influence is the parents, and of course this is your attitude. This is how you see things. You want a change of pace. I mean, you don't agree with what terms that your parents have laid down. Okay, in that very sense, things not as they seem. It's disappointment. It's fighting. You have strong ideas and opinions, and so do they. Okay, so you're looking for a change of opinion, but it just doesn't seem, the approval just doesn't seem like it's there. Okay, so this is the outside influence. All right, as I was trying to leapfrog ahead in position. So this is the outside influence. Okay, 4 of Wands, and it is upright. Okay, so 4 is stability. Okay, and Wands, of course, is a fire. It's of action, so it's your second fire card. Actually, it's your third, because fire was in the Knight of Cups. Okay, and so this is definitely a fire card, not a fire influence card. All right, so 4 again is stability in numerology, and Wands, of course, is the action element. It's our creativity process. So as an outside influence, outside influence. Sorry, I'm getting lost again. It's there's a lot of action. There's an outside influence to you that you find a little more attractive. Okay, something again maybe your parents don't agree with. Okay, because the difference of ideas here. Okay, so as that outside influence, there's something else that you're looking to that really does sort of excite you, and that you want to start building a foundation in. Okay, so they're a little afraid for you. Okay, so yes, and this is your hopes and fears. Okay, hopes and fears. All right, so this is another fire influence card, being the Knight of Wands. Okay, so this makes your third wand card in here. So balanced with the Pentacles, I mean, it's a fight against action and manifestation. Okay, really, in that sense, it's what you do to what you create. All right, so being reversed, it's like you're hoping that you're not completely cut off, but you really want to find your own direction, but you feel limited. Okay, I say that in the very essence, that your actions are being stifled. I mean, you want to move forward, you want to explore and discover new things, but it's in a fear aspect of being cut off. Okay, and maybe a little fearful of stepping out, because you're not really quite sure of what direction you want to go in, although there is, again, as the outside influence, something there that's enticing. Okay, so here's the final wrap-up card. Right now it's 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 8 of Swords. All right, 8 is strength in numerology, and then Swords again is that air aspect. It's how we think and what we think. So it's your wits against their wits. Okay, it's a match of wits right now. Okay, so as the final sum total here being reversed, it's loss. It's loss. I mean, you're just kind of, I say that because it's written across the top there. Loss continued. Okay, so it's just like this battle of wits. I don't think that you're going to totally win this out. Okay, and go with what you really truly desire. Okay, you are kind of stuck. You are kind of in a situation with your parents that you're forced to sort of follow through. So wow, pretty dramatic. I hope I'm somewhere on track there. But I mean, I just see all this confrontation throughout the whole reading. I mean, because most of the cards are reversed. It's a balance of thought versus action versus what you manifest. Okay, it's a fairly balanced reading overall. I mean, it's touching the base on a lot of different things. So for what it's worth, it's the reality that you create for yourself. I hope that wasn't too mind-blowing. And I could be completely off target as far as anything goes. For that matter, I mean, when it's pretty dramatic like that, I'm just like, I don't know. What am I talking about? But thank you for your question. I hope that somewhat answers your question for you.